like truther, 9/11 conspiracy, stuff like that. Even if you hold those beliefs, fine. But I hope to open it up to like the fun ones. John mentioned like a Michael Jordan conspiracy. The gambling one is like low-hanging fruit and all that. But there's other ones out there that people have, or maybe some fun local ones. So maybe save that for tomorrow. So start thinking of those, and at some point tomorrow we'll have you call in and tell us your fun conspiracy theory. One story that I saw that I also didn't get to, Kevin, have you ever had your car booted? You ever get the boot on the car?
No.
You're not a scofflaw with traffic violations or parking violations?
I've had too many parking. No, I've been worried a little bit. I'm like, wait, how many have I gotten?
I've gotten 2 boots in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I know. One of them totally justified. I think I had 2 or 3 unpaid parking tickets, which still seems low. 2 or 3 and you're putting a boot on my car?
Yeah.
That's not okay. The other one, though, was ridiculous. I drove to O'Hare, which I never do, like to park. I was doing a bachelor's party at a Bears-Jaguars game in Jacksonville. Worst experience of my life, by the way. I was like 28, and it was dumb. There was like 40 of us going to a Bears game in Jacksonville. Besides the point, I come home at like 1 a.m. Our flight gets back. I'm not in any state of like, oh, this is great. Like, and my car was gone from the O'Hare parking lot.
Oh.
And they told me that I had to then go and take a bus. It was 1 a.m. at O'Hare. Take a bus to a trailer like 2 miles away to pay 1 parking ticket that I had. And then I had to pay for the boot.
Wow.
And then I had to take, I said my car wasn't there. No, my car was there. It was booted. I then had to take the bus back. I didn't get home till like 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's
for 1 parking ticket.
That's as bad as it gets.
The reason I'm teeing this up, because in St. Louis, there's a car on Locust Street that has been parked in the same spot since last April. It has $8,660 in parking tickets and counting. $8,660. But in St. Louis, despite the fact that there are 40,000 people that are eligible for a boot, the city only owns a dozen of them. So they just don't have enough boots.
They just have 12 boots. Just a total of 12. I'm going to guess Chicago has a few more than a dozen boots.
I think we got a boot for every person in this city.
There's a whole warehouse of boots.
They keep on making them.
They've got all the boots, and you're going to get booted
within seconds.
If you don't pay it's got to be, what is it, 2 parking or 3?
I think that it just depends.
3.
2 or 3. It should be 3. And the real annoying thing is the unpaid ticket I had at O'Hare was a red light speeding camera ticket. And I wasn't speeding. I didn't come to a full and complete stop on a right turn at red. Slowly it wasn't even rolling it. I've done worse that they never caught me on camera, but I didn't fully come to the stop before the line. They never mailed it to me. I later got that ticket rescinded in a lawsuit. Not that I started the lawsuit, but it was a class action lawsuit you could join in, saying they never let me know that this ticket existed. I got it refunded. So I had no idea I even had a ticket. And that's what O'Hare did to me. Just know that when you park at O'Hare, they take a picture of every driver's license that comes in. If your sticker's not updated, your registration's not updated, you're going to get a boot. And when you come back from your flight, you're going to find it on your car.
I think I've only parked at O'Hare once, and it was pretty sweet. I mean, we walked right in.
Not bad.
You walk out, your car's right there.
Not good.
Not good.
I think I got home at 4 a.m. and I had to be in a helicopter at 5 a.m. for traffic reporting, Kevin.
You had to go in the helicopter?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I did helicopter reporting for other places. And as I was navigating through the early days of my broadcast career, and I hate flying. So I hate helicopters. Did not like that experience. We had a little fixed wing too. The coolest thing I ever got to do, Kevin Powell, was that they would land the helicopter and I would run to a fixed wing Cessna plane to get in that to continue traffic reporting elsewhere. It was all part of our company. I know. I felt like James Bond, and I'd still duck even though I'm only 5'10" and I'm not going to hit the blades. But you never know, Kevin Powell.
That was a big operation.
Yeah.
What year was this, John?
1968. No, 2012, 2011.
Wow.
I know. It was a cool gig.
I bet.
I mean,
did you bring snacks on the helicopter?
No.
Some beef jerky.
We got paid, what was it called? Like death pay, I think it was. Every time that one took off, you got like $11. So they're like, well, you're You're risking your life, so here's $11 more.
An extra 11 when you land.
Yeah, I always thought that was funny. All right, Kevin, good show. We'll do it again tomorrow, buddy.
John, go Cats.
Thanks. Yeah, go Cats. Absolutely. Blackhawks. They start Thursday is what I was, of course, going to say. What we're going to next is down to Bloomington, Indiana. We've got Northwestern basketball. We'll be back again tomorrow for a full show in Your Money Matters, but let's get down to Indiana right now on WGN.
It's time for Wildcat basketball, Chicago's Big Ten team. Today's broadcast of Northwestern basketball is presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine, proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. It's showtime! Now, here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
The Northwestern Wildcats are on the air tonight from the Simon Scott Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana. Big Ten basketball. It's the Northwestern Wildcats and the Indiana Hoosiers. Good evening, everybody. Along with Wildcat great Billy McKinney, Dave Ennett from Bloomington. Nice to have you along. Welcome to an evening of Northwestern Wildcat basketball. The Northwestern basketball pregame show is presented by Wintrust. Here tonight, the Wildcats get an opportunity to do something they have not done this year, and that's win back-to-back Big Ten games. Last time out, last Wednesday night at home, the Cats defeated Maryland 78-74 to pick up their third Big Ten win of the year. They come in here 11-16 overall, 3-13 in the Big Ten, 2-7 on the road, 1-7 on the road in Big Ten conference play. Indiana, meantime, has lost back-to-back games, both on the road, but understandable at the hands of two highly ranked teams. First, it was Illinois, and then on Friday night to their in-state rival Purdue, a team they had beaten previously, 93-64 at Mackey Arena. Indiana is 17-10, 8-8 in the Big Ten, 13-2, and always tough to beat here at home under their first-year head coach, Darian DeVries. Get up-to-date information on tonight's game by downloading the free Game Day program. Visit nusports.com/publications. Billy and I look at the matchup in a moment. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterMC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
Hey, I'm John Williams, and I'll see you weekdays 10 to 2. Let's get you back to the Wildcats.
The
Cats and Indiana here tonight. We're going to see the top two scorers in the Big Ten on the same floor tonight. Nick Martinelli leading the conference for the second year in a row, 22.3 points a game. But right behind him is Indiana's Lamar Wilkerson, 21.1 points a game. Billy, what do the Cats have to do here tonight against these Hoosiers?
Their team and individual defense is going to be tested this evening. When you talk about Lamar Wilkerson and points he's putting up, they're going to have to contain him so that he doesn't have an Andre Mills type night here at Indiana. And this team is a very good team offensively. They operate efficiently, so the Cats are going to have to be sharp defensively, and they're going to have to try to control the pace of the game here on the road.
I don't know if the Wildcats can expect 20 points again from Jordan Clayton, but that was a big boost for them in their victory over Maryland last Wednesday when he's not only scored 20, hit 6 of 7 for beyond the arc.
Dave, whether it's Jordan or someone else, Martinelli will need help again this evening. And you look at Sheravino, who had a great game against Maryland. They're going to have to step up here at Indiana.
All right, back with the coach, Chris Collins, next. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
Get up to the minute Chicago news weekdays at 2 on the Lisa Dent Show on WGN.
Time for our pregame interview with head coach Chris Collins, presented by Pace Bus. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Here at the Simon Scott Assembly Hall with head coach of the Wildcats before this game with the Indiana Hoosiers. Any sense that the vibe was a little different after you finally knocked the door down, got another win?
Yeah, I mean, it always helps to win. You know that. I mean, all of these players and coaches put a lot of time and effort, and just like all the teams do. And, you know, you want to be rewarded for that. And so to be able to come out in that Maryland game and get a hard-fought win, a close game that we had to pull out, it was good to see smiles after the game, good to celebrate in the locker room a little bit. And, you know, having 6 days in between games, it kept the vibe and the mood in good spirits as we head into these last 2 weeks.
Hard fought, close games. That's kind of been your calling card, and including your last couple of games on the road at Iowa, at Nebraska. You're right there in those games. Do you feel like you're getting closer to getting back to where you were when you won at USC?
I hope so. You know, we've talked a lot about the guys that, you know, that we've put great stretches of games, of portions of games together, especially on the road, whether it be defensively or, you know, offensively at times, executing well. And we just haven't been able to sustain it for a full 40 minutes. And in this league, you have to do that. The teams are too good. You can't have that 8-minute, you know, lull whenever it comes where you get outscored by 18 or 20 or whatever it is. So, you know, we got to put 40 minutes together. This is an incredibly tough place to play, as everybody knows. This is a good team and team fighting for postseason berth. So it's going to be a tough challenge ahead of us tonight.
You've had success in this building. You've had success against this team, but I almost wonder if that kind of goes out the window when this is one of a handful of teams in the country that has 0 returning points from last year.
Yeah, and it was interesting coming to shoot around this morning. Many of our guys had never even been here. because our sophomores didn't play here last year, and then obviously all the new players, freshmen and transfer guys. So, Coach DeVries has done a really good job. Bringing his son, and Wilkerson is a tremendous player. Who's been one of the best scorers in the Big Ten this year, and they filled in with a lot of transfers who've come in and done a good job for them. So it's going to be a tough game. They're very good offensively. They run their stuff well. They can really shoot the ball, and we're going to have to really communicate well on the defensive end of the floor.
Kind of cool to have the top two scorers in the Big Ten on the same floor. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, both these guys, I think both are two maybe very underrated players. There's so many great players in the league, so it's hard to say that. But, I think these are two of the very best guys with Nick and Wilkerson, and two guys who've been in college basketball. They've gotten better each year, and now really putting it together and become elite college players.
Should be a good one. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Chris Collins. This is Northwestern Basketball, presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. What about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
What a finish. A perfect game ender.
Even more, 10 Mile House at TMHEvanston.com is the sweet spot for pre, during, and post-game revelry.
Steps from Welsh Ryan. They got it going on 7 days a week.
And Sunday brunch, you just can't beat it.
10 Mile House is stacked with awesome comfort food, tasty craft cocktails, and seasonal wine and beer.
I'm going with the house smoked barbecue.
It's a crisp brick oven pizza for me.
10 Mile is the reigning neighborhood spot. Go to TMHEvanston.com to make a reservation today. That's TMHEvanston.com. Go Wildcats.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus an extra $100 off all mattresses. And Saturday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
The only morning show with helicopter traffic reports. Bob Surratt, 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Getting set for Northwestern and Indiana here in Bloomington. This is one of 4 games on the Tuesday night Big Ten schedule. Washington at Rutgers. That game underway in Piscataway with the Huskies up by 10 in the first half. Coming up later on, third-ranked Michigan coming off that loss to Duke, hosting Minnesota. And late tonight, it's the battle in Los Angeles, USC at UCLA. Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in-store, online, the best Northwestern game day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Northwestern Wildcats. Shop in-store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. This has been the Northwestern Basketball pregame show presented by Wintrust. Back to get it going next. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
This is Wildcat Basketball, presented by Wintrust, proudly leading the way towards better healthcare. It's countdown to tip-off. Here's the voice of the Wildcats, Dave Ennett.
And the starting lineups are powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. For the Wildcats and head coach Chris Collins, same starting lineup tonight. The forwards, freshman Tyler Kropp and Trey Singleton, an Indiana native, along with the Big Ten's leading scorer, senior Nick Martinelli, averaging 22.3 points a game, sixth in the nation. The guards, freshman Jake West, and the transfer junior Jaden Reed for the head coach Chris Collins. For Indiana, and head coach Darian DeVries. At forward, Sam Alexis, a 6'9" senior from Apopka, Florida, averaging 8 points, just under 5 rebounds a game. At forward, Tucker DeVries, the coach's son, 6'7", a senior from Waukee, Iowa. Their second leading scorer and leading rebounder. DeVries averaging just under 14 points, just over 5 rebounds a game. The Big Ten's second leading scorer, Lamar Wilkerson. Connor Enright, a transfer from DePaul out of Mundelein. And Nick Dorn, a junior, round out the starting lineup for Darian DeVries. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat Basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
The Wildcats have won 5 straight in this series, matching their longest winning streak ever against Indiana. They have never beaten them 6 straight times. They've beaten them 3 times in a row here in Bloomington. They haven't lost here since January 8th, 2020, a 66-62 defeat. Cats in their purple travel uniforms, and will be Singleton to jump against Alexis, who's starting his 19th consecutive game, a transfer from Florida. Before that, played at Chattanooga. So here we go. Our officials, Tim Comer, Kelly Pfeiffer, Bart Lennox. The ball in the air. The tap is controlled by Indiana as it's grabbed by Dorn for DeVries. And Enright goes to work high on the left side against Reed. Circles to the Indiana logo at midcourt. Fires it left. And there's Wilkerson's first touch. Guarded by Jake West. Brings it around to the top. Feeds DeVries. Hands it back to Wilkerson. Singleton now on him. Behind the back dribble. Almost lost it. Picks it back up. Gets it to Dorn. And now Enright, a 3 from the right. An air ball. Saved underneath by DeVries. But this is going to be a shot clock violation.
Well, Cats got a break there as they broke down in their rotation, leaving Enright wide open, but he shoots an air ball, and then it gets a shot clock violation. Again, Dave talking about the Cats are going to have to play solid defense for 40 minutes tonight.
Enright, 7.5 points a game last year at DePaul. Averages less than that here at Indiana. Here's Singleton to Tyler Kropp. Swings it left, deflected, but caught by West. West brings it back to the right to Reed. Right of the circle, Reed directing traffic. Walks it right, Enright on him. Now Martinelli has it. Foul out extended right. Up top to Reed. Shot clock at 4. At 3. Martinelli will put up a 3. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Enright. Outlets for DeVries down the left side. Drives to the elbow. Then sends it back out to Enright. They'll set up in the half court here. No score. It's a minute 15 gone of the game. Enright lobbing it ahead to the big man Alexis. And now DeVries right of the circle. Double team. Pumps once, pumps twice, puts it on the deck, 2 dribbles, feeds Enright, shot clock at 5, at 4, Enright way behind the three-point line now, a desperation 3, Wilkerson, he got it. Wilkerson with the shot clock running down, fired up an NBA 3 and nails it, and it's 3-0 Indiana.
Cats didn't get rewarded that time for playing terrific defense.
They just He let it go with about 1 second to go on the shot clock. When they screen roll, here's West underneath Kropp. Missed the layup, left it short. Rebound Alexis. Wilkerson ahead to Dorn for 3. That one's no good, and Kropp grabs the rebound.
Yeah, Dorner's a guy that's been starting and averaging about 11 points over the last 8 games, so they've got to watch him too.
Cats 0 for 2. Here's Martinelli lobbing Singleton, an open 3, and it's good. Trey Singleton out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, south of here, knocks down the 3, and we're all even at 3. Trey only 3 for 27 in Big Ten play before that one. Now here's Enright, fires the skip pass to Dorn for 3. That one's good.
Yeah, the Cats covered that play in shoot around this morning. The need to prevent that long cross-court pass.
3 guys who are really dangerous from 3, and Dorn is one of them, the transfer from Elon. Here's Kropp handing it to Jaden Reed, and right on him, shot clock at 12, takes it to left wing, picked up by Dorn. Back out on top to Martinelli against Alexis, calls for a screen, gets it, feeds West, right baseline, back to Martinelli for 3. No good, too strong, rebound tipped out of bounds. It will stay for the Wildcats.
Good hustle by Trey Singleton, keeping the ball alive. Nice rotation on offense by the Cats, getting the open shot for Martinelli.
6-3 Indiana, 16:54 to go first half. Here's Reed bouncing West left corner. West shovels to Reed, jogs out front, gets a screen from Kropp. Drives, stop and go dribble, pass to Breeze, scoops it up and in. Jaden Reed, a nice move, and he left DeVries in his wake, and it's a 6-5 Indiana lead.
Yeah, frozen, had his shoes in quicksand.
There's Connor Enright, right point. Cross to Dorn, return feed, Enright. Hard screens up by Alexis. Now back to DeVries, who scoops it to Dorn against Singleton. Into the paint, picks it up, feeds Enright. 5 to shoot again. Here's Enright, rifles it underneath Dorn, and a shot blocked by Martinelli, but there is a foul call.
Yeah, Martinelli inside the restricted area. Cats have been victimized a couple times as the shot clock has been winding down.
Singleton called for the foul. Dorn to the free throw line, 88% foul shooter. It's a very good free throw shooting team. Second in the Big Ten, 11th in the nation at 78% as Dorn knocks down the first one. However, they don't get to the line all that often. 11th in the conference. Alexis goes out, and in is Reed Bailey, 6'10 senior from Massachusetts.
Dave
transfer from Davidson. Second free throw is good.
Like so many teams, the Hoosiers focus on the outside shooting.
8-5 Indiana, 16-10 to go first half. Angelo Sciarvino in for the Wildcats. Gives to Jake West. Now up top, there's Reed bouncing for Kropp. Hands it back to Reed. Drives all the way out of the basket. Then Martinelli leans in, floater up, no good. Rebounded by Enright.
A good play by Reed.
And DeVries fakes the 3. Now driving to the basket, floater in and out. Rebound Sciarvino. That's the other way, down 3. Reed to West. Lobs it, Sciarvino wide on the right. Takes it to the lane, underhand scoop. Martinelli, baseline floater, good from the right side. Cats are within 1-8-7, and Nick Martinelli has his first points.
Both Reed and Sciarvino getting into the paint, drawing the defense, and finding Martinelli for the floaters.
Now here's Wilkerson handing it off. Enright bouncing to the baseline. It gets away. It was intended for Bailey, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover, Indiana. The Cats will have it when we come back. Time for our Athletico physical therapy injury update. In pain, start with Athletico. Visit athletico.com to request your in-clinic or virtual free assessment. No injuries to report for the Wildcats, who trail Indiana 8-7, 15-16 to go first half. You've heard of Minnesota winners. Now see why we love them and why you will too. Experience the oldest winter festival in the United States. Visit Grand Illuminated Ice Castle. Create your own memories forever, frozen in time. Explore Minnesota.com. It's Indiana 8, Northwestern 7. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
PowerPlate, the official fitness technology partner of the Northwestern Wildcats, is a staple of Northwestern athletic training, but it's not just for elite athletes. PowerPlate's whole body vibration technology offers an incredible array of health benefits to people of all ages and fitness levels. Put simply, PowerPlate allows you to feel better, exercise smarter, and recover faster. Sound too good to be true? It's not. See for yourself at PowerPlate.com. Live like the Cats with PowerPlate.
Tired of that nasty white haze on your floors after using ice melters? Trax Buster removes that unsightly residue fast and brings back the beauty of your floors, whether it's wood, tile, even carpeting, to lift that stubborn salt stain off. How about the garage floors? Even your epoxy floors will look like new. Just add 1 to 2 ounces per gallon of water, spray and clean with a microfiber mop, or use it in your carpet extractor. Find Trax Buster at participating Ace Hardware stores. TRAX Buster from Nyco.
Trax Buster!
Spend your afternoons with Lisa Dent, weekdays at 2 on Chicago's news station, WGN Radio.
Cats fans, Northwestern trusts IAS branding with the Wildcats brand. Let IAS branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, be the solution for your branded merchandise and promotional products. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. They've added Billy McKinney from the Simon Scott Assembly Hall in Bloomington, 8-7 Indiana. With 15-16 to go in the first half. The Wildcats shooting 43%, 3 out of 7. Indiana 40%. The Hoosiers just turned it over. The Hoosiers average about 10 turnovers a game. That puts them right in the middle of the Big Ten. The Cats are the best team in the Big Ten in that department, and they have forced turnovers, 15 turnovers, I believe, on average. The last couple of games, they've forced a bunch of turnovers by Nebraska, and then again last time out against Maryland.
And Dave, that's the progress we've seen in this ball club, even though the record doesn't reflect how well they've been playing defensively. And of course, Chris Collins talked about the offensive outages they've had that prevented them from winning some really close games.
Arrington Page and Jordan Clayton both check in for the Wildcats. Tayton Connerway in, and the Cats get it underneath to a cutting Cherubino for a layup, and the Cats take the lead 9-8.
Excellent execution out of the timeout by the Cats.
On the other end, here's Connerway. Stops, three-point line, picks up his dribble, holds the ball high, trying to keep it away from Reed. Now looks to his right. Bailey fires left side. Wilkerson, three, good. And Indiana's back on top, 11-9. Second triple for Lamar Wilkerson.
Yeah, Page gambled on the perimeter, and that allowed the penetration into the paint, and then the kick out to the left corner for Wilkerson.
2-point Indiana lead. Hoosiers have hit 3 threes. Wilkerson's got 2 of them. Here's Martinelli, and a give and go back to Reed. Fires to Page, around to Clayton. Shot clock at 8. Back up top, Page driving on Bailey. Picked up now by Connerway with the shot clock at 3. Skip past Cherubino, put up a 3. No good. Off the rim. Rebound taken off the floor by Wilkerson. Late shot clock shot by Cherubino. Now here's Wilkerson back to Connerway. Connerway, transfer from Troy. Drives onto the basket. His pass to the left corner is deflected out of bounds by Cherubino.
Yeah, Cherubino has such great length, and it helps him defensively on the perimeter.
The end of the ball, the 2-point lead here. As Connerway will inbound. Baseline left, looking, gets it into DeVries. Finds an open Bailey to the free throw line, picked up there by Page, gives it off to Wilkerson. Jump pass inside, Bailey goes up, no good. A foul called on Jaden Reed. And that will be the Wildcats' second foul, the first on Jaden. And that will send Bailey to the line. Bailey, 97 games at Davidson, averaged about 12 points a game. At 24 against UCLA this season. Free throw, no good.
Justice. And on that play, Jaden Reed had his hands held high, and it looks like as he might have tried to slap down on the ball as Bailey was going into a shooting motion.
Reed goes out, West back in for the Cats. Second free throw, good. And the Hoosiers are up by 3, 12-9. West works the ball up against Connerway, senior from Texas. West takes it to the right wing, picked up there by DeVries. Gets a screen from Page. Now feeds Arrington right of the paint. And there's a foul on DeVries.
Yeah, DeVries is going to try to play physical in the low post, and Page likes to feel that contact in order to be able to feel the defender and make the appropriate move.
DeVries 6'7", 225, looks the part. Transferred from West Virginia. Before that, he was at Drake. West inbounds to Page. Right baseline against Bailey. Faces up, spins to his right. Jumper too strong. Rebound out of bounds. It will stay with the Wildcats. Last touch by Indiana. I thought DeVries knocked it out.
Yeah, I wonder if Indiana's going to use the challenge. Martinelli again getting in there and keeping the ball alive.
I don't think so. And they will not. And West will inbound. To Page. Shot clock at 10. Page works his way onto the basket. Reverses it up and in. Has two defenders, DeVries and Connerway. And the Cats are within 1, 12-11. Aggressive move by Page.
Yeah, using the baseline and then using the rim for protection.
There's a skip past Wilkerson. Another three that was good again.
Well, Jordan Clayton had him covered like a cheap suit, but Wilkerson still knocks down the three that left corner.
Wilkerson 10 threes against Penn State. He's got 3 here tonight. 15-11 Indiana. Now here's Page working on Bailey. Right of the key. Backs his way into the paint. Now spins to his right. Jumper good. Little fadeaway by Page. Cats within 2, 15-13.
Page feeling like he has an advantage in the low post, so he's taking advantage and being aggressive offensively.
There's Connerway driving to the basket, and his pass is swatted out of bounds by Clayton. Here comes Trey Singleton in for the Wildcats. And for Indiana, Jason Miles, the transfer from North Florida, comes in. And Sam Alexis back in as well.
How about that? Indiana with no returnees from last season, Dave.
Yep. Inbound pass goes to Connerway. Sharavino tried to deny, gives it off to DeVries, top of the key. Back to Connerway, with Singleton taking him. Back to the left side. Nice catch there in traffic by Miles. And out to Wilkerson, another three. His fourth. He's got 12 points. Indiana up 5, 18-13.
He's almost outscored the Cats by himself.
Unbelievable.
You don't want to leave him by himself.
We saw Andre Mills put on a show last Wednesday night in Evanston for Maryland. Here's West in traffic and a travel called. As West ran into a double team, got knocked down. It'll be Indiana ball after this timeout. With 11:52 to go in the first half. Attention to all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare for just $2. Google Pace Bus, Pulse Dempster for more information. Tonight's official game sponsor is United Airlines, proud to fly the Northwestern Wildcats, who trail the Indiana Hoosiers 18-13. 11:52 to go first half. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Welsh Ryan Arena. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup or for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of Northwestern basketball.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
I'm John Landecker, and I got your evenings covered weeknights starting at 7. Back to the Cats.
On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country, download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. 18-13 Indiana, 11:52 to go first half. Turnover charged to Jake West, the first for the Wildcats, who aren't shooting badly, 50%. But Indiana is shooting 62%, 5 out of 8, mainly because Lamar Wilkerson is 4 for 4. All 4 have been threes. Wilkerson scored a career high 44 here against Penn State. That was back in December, a 113-72 Indiana blowout. That was a Simon Scott Assembly Hall record, 44 points. And his 10 threes in that game, third all time at Indiana. And he's off to that kind of a pace here tonight, Billy.
Yeah, and then he hits Oregon with 41 points. So we talked about the need for the Cats to try to slow him down. And it's almost as if you want to stay attached to him. You can't leave him any airspace because he's shown that he can shoot well with a hand in his face.
Transfer from Sam Houston State. He is 14th nationally in scoring, second in the Big Ten behind Nick Martinelli by, what is he? It's just about 2.2 points behind Nick.
Yeah, and he's on pace to have the highest scoring average in Indiana history outside of the late, great George McGinnis, who averaged 29.9 points in the 1970-71 season. May he continue to rest in peace.
Wilkerson coming in tonight just under 1,900 points. He's now topped that number as Indiana left to right. Here's Wilkerson into the paint, turns, fires a short jumper, and it's good. And it's 20-13, and Wilkerson's got 14 of their 20 points.
Yeah, he's outscored the Cats now, 14-13.
Here's Page handing Cherubino, circling right, chased by Miles. Gets it back from Clayton. Holds it out between the rings. Now bounces Page. Foul out extended right. Up top to West. Swings it left. Singleton for three. No good. He got his own rebound. It's loose on the deck. And Cherubino tries to save it. It trickles off Page to Clayton. Shot clock at 16. Here's West to Page. Good hustle there. And there's an Indiana foul as they were trying to deny Page's pass in the low post to Singleton.
Yeah, Page was being defended by Tatum Conaway and had the mismatch, and he was forced to foul.
And Conaway with his first foul. West, high lob, one-handed by Page, out beyond the three-point line, played there by Alexis. Bounces it into Martinelli, just checked back. And there's an offensive foul.
Yeah, Martinelli clearing with the right elbow, and DeVries flopping a little bit and getting the benefit of the call.
That is the first on Nick. We thought he was called earlier. They called one on Singleton. But it's Indiana ball up 20-13. Hoosiers have hit 4 straight shots. Here is Alexis. Hands it off to DeVries. Stops, fires up three. That one's good. And suddenly it's a 10-point Indiana lead. First points for Tucker DeVries. That's what makes them so dangerous, because you got Dorn, you got Wilkerson, you got DeVries, all scores. Page has to dive on a loose ball, saves it to Martinelli, spins to his left, jumper in and out, rebound Alexis. Conaway, left to right for the Hoosiers. Scoops it to DeVries, thought about the three, he'll take the three. That one's no good. That is just the second missed three for Indiana. Cats control the rebound. Here's
That's
West.
what you call the heat check.
Yeah. West fires it. Martinelli, short floater, no good. He was fouled on the pick and roll from West. And the foul called on Miles.
And quietly, the Hoosiers playing terrific defense and forcing the Cats into some tough shots.
Wildcats on the wrong end of an 8-0 Indiana run here, but Martinelli to the free throw line. 81% foul shooter. First one up, and it spins out. Nick, 84% at Big Ten play for the line. Page out for the Wildcats. Croft in. Singleton out. Jaden Reed is in. Another free throw here for Martinelli, who had 29 against Maryland Wednesday night. Second one up, good. Nick's third point of the game. That ends that 8-0 run. It's a 9-point IU lead, 23-14, 9:50 to go first half. Here's Connor Enright back in for Indiana. Hands it off to Wilkerson. And now Trent Sisley, a freshman, checks in to get his first touch. Wilkerson with it. Played by Martinelli. Drives left side of the paint. Double team down low. Looks around. Scoops it back up to Sisley. And up top. Shot clock at 3. In the lane, Alexis short jumper is good from Enright. It's 25-14. Largest lead for the Hoosiers.
Good patience offensively by the Hoosiers as the shot clock was winding down.
West stops. He'll put up a 3. That one's good. Jake West with his first points. Gets the Cats back within 8, 25-17.
Yeah, now the Cats are going to have to get a couple of stops here and try to cool this Indiana shooting down.
Inside of 9 minutes first half. They get it to Alexis at the foul line. Out to the corner. Miles a 3, and that one's good. Miles hits the 7th three-pointer for the Hoosiers, and they're up 28-17.
And that's accounted for 21 of their 28 points here in the first half, Dave.
Here's Martinelli behind the three-point line, drives right of the lane, backs his way in, now turns left-hand line drive, good by Nick Martinelli, his second field goal. So Miles just 22% from 3 before he sacked that one. Here's Enright driving on Martinelli, and his pass deflects off of Martinelli out of bounds, and it was last touched by Indiana. It's Northwestern ball.
Really nice hustle by Nick Martinelli, getting his hands on the pass with the deflection. Cats making the hustle plays right in front of their bench.
Here's Doran in, replacing Miles for Indiana.
Number 6, Conway.
Conway back in. Wilkerson goes to the bench. Are you sorry about that, Billy?
No, I don't think the Cats are either.
I don't think so. Reed Bailey back in for the Hoosiers.
I see the Bloomington Fire Department here in the getting ready to come out and try to cool him off.
There is West. Right to left and into the front court for the Wildcats, chased by Enright. Bouncing from Martinelli out the right side. Martinelli against Bailey. Martinelli spins to his right, feeds Cherubino, and now Reed out in front with 8 to shoot. Reed behind the back dribble. Reed to the foul line. Taking a shot up, 1 to shoot. He'll throw up a shot, it's no good. And that's a shot clock violation. Missed the rim, and then we have a timeout. 7:40 to go here in the first half of play. Wildcat fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, made by 4 generations master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they are the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support in this great cause. Go Cats. It's Indiana 28, Northwestern 19, 7:40 to go first half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
From coffee to commute, listen to the Bob Surratt Morning Show, 6 till 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. We'll be right back with you Saturday afternoon for the first of 2 remaining home games for the Wildcats. They will play them next Saturday and Wednesday. Saturday, the Oregon Ducks come in. I believe it's the first time they have ever played in Evanston. The 2 teams met last year out in Eugene. That'll be a 1 o'clock tip Saturday afternoon. And our pregame at 12:45. And then next Wednesday night, the Cats will have senior night against the Purdue Boilermakers. And the Cats will be going for their 3rd straight win at Welsh Ryan Arena over Purdue. That's a 7:30 game next Wednesday night. Then the Cats will wrap up the regular season on the road at Minnesota on Saturday, March the 7th. Here it is, Indiana 28, Northwestern 19. Cats shooting 47%, Indiana 69%, 70% from beyond the arc. They've been outscored, the Cats have, from beyond the arc, 21-6.
Dave, and that's the stat that I was going to point out, and it's been the difference in this ball game thus far. All the other stats relatively even, but Indiana just red hot from behind the 3-point arc.
Rebounding dead even. Indiana ball. Here's Connerway driving down the lane, lays it up, scores, and a foul on Jaden Reed.
Yeah, again, when you shade a player to the middle of the floor and he gets that half a step on you, you're in trouble.
Reed out, Clayton in for the Wildcats. Connerway extends the lead back to 11, and he can give Indiana its largest lead. 12 points here with this free throw attempt. Connerway, 74% from the line. The free throw good. And Indiana up 31-19. 7:27 to go first half. This is kind of uncharted territory lately for the Cats. They haven't gotten down by double figures since that Illinois game in the first half of the game. Here's Clayton to Singleton. Driving, bangs into DeVries, kicks it out to West. Step back 3 for West. Good. His 2nd triple of the game. And the Cats cut it back to single digits, 31-22.
Singleton with the nice kick out after he was double teamed, and the relocation by West opens him up for the shot.
There's that right now for DeVries screen. Bounces to DeVries at the top against West. Behind the back dribble. Takes it down the lane. Back out to Enright. Around to Connerway left wing. Connerway to the top. Martinelli on him. Drives on Nick. Scoops it up. Blocked by Singleton. They're going to count the basket. Goaltender.
Yeah, once it gets on the glass, you can't touch it.
So it's back to an 11-point game. 33-22.
And Connerway posing a different challenge for the Cats with his dribble drive penetration.
There is Clayton working against Connerway. Looks right, looks left, fires to Singleton, left of the circle. Out of Martinelli between the rings. Looks right, there's Sherabino. Feeds it to Nick against Dorn here. Shot clock at 8, back to Sherabino, fakes the 3, driving to the basket, all the way in, and lays it up and in.
Terrific move by Sherabino. He set that up with the pump fake and then the explosive first step to the rack.
Looked like he was going to dunk it, and then underhanded up and in, and now Dorn hits another 3, and it's a 12-point lead, 36-24.
And Sherabino again challenging the shot, but Indiana on fire.
8 threes here in the first half. They average 10 a game. There's Martinelli, 5:40 to go first half, hands it off to West. West to Singleton, back to Jake, shot clock at 10. Now Clayton fakes the 3, got up in the air and traveled. But it gave the pump fake. Reed comes in for Clayton.
One of the few miscues that you'll see Jordan Clayton make throughout the course of a game. He's just steady Eddie out there on the floor.
20 points, 3 steals last Wednesday night, 6 of 7 on threes. Indiana the ball up 12 with 5:24 to go first half. There's Connerway. Looks left corner for Bailey. Sherabino on him. Bailey runs the baseline. runs into a double team, ball knocked away, and a Northwestern foul call.
Yeah, Martinelli and Sheravino with the double team on the left baseline. And Sheravino whistled for the foul.
Sheravino with his first 15 foul. Arrington Page in for the Cats. And there's a little confusion here. Now Sheravino comes out. Wilkerson inbounds DeVries, bangs in to West. He goes down. Shot redirected, rebounded by Page. Off to West, driver to the basket. His shot blocked by Wilkerson, but there is a foul call.
Yeah, and Page with the good block on the other end. And there was a non-call when it looked like Jake West was just plowed over by DeVries.
They call that a steal by Page. And West will go to the free throw line here off the foul on Wilkerson. Jake West, 71% free throw shooter. Eyes the rim, free throw good. Jake's got 7 points. Jake's had some pretty nice road games. You know, Billy, he had 7 assists in Nebraska. He had 18 at Iowa.
Had that nasty dunk at Iowa.
Made the Sports Center top 10 with that one.
Yeah, starting to just improve as the season, getting his sea legs under him.
Leaves that free throw short, and Indiana's got it. 36-25, Hoosiers at the 5-minute mark first half. Here is Conaway, looks right, Wilkerson. West on him, lobbing to Alexis, rolling to the basket, and he rolls it home. His second bucket, it's 38-25, 13-point lead, largest of the game for Indiana. West bouncing for Page right of the circle. Page against Alexis. Page puts it on the deck. Cross-court feed Singleton. Singleton to the top, picked up by Alexis on the switch. Turns, fires a jumper, good! Singleton, nice turnaround jumper, and the Cats within 11, 38-27.
Showing a little better handle with the ball there on the perimeter, an area that he can continue to improve.
Look a little more comfortable than he did last time playing in his home state against Butler. Here is DeVries left to the lane. DeVries finds Wilkerson. Now turns, fires a long three, finally missed one. And the rebound wrestled away from Alexis by Page. Here's Reed to West, fires it inside. Martinelli turns and lays it in as DeVries fell down. The Cats cut it to 9, 38-29. Nick Martinelli with 7 points.
And one of the few easy buckets the Cats have been able to capture here in the first half.
Cut it to 9, 3.5 to go first half. Here's Conaway out between the rings. Conaway driving left. Conaway behind the back pass to Alexis. Short floater good for Alexis. Looks like he's got that down. And it's 40-29 Indiana.
Yeah,
3:17 to go first half.
Nice pocket pass by Conaway there. Cats are going to have to tighten up that pick and roll coverage.
There's Reed at the Indiana logo. Started left, drives back right. Loses his man, puts up a jumper too strong. Rebound to Wilkerson. He was unguarded there, just missed it. A little contact between Singleton and Wilkerson. They play on. Wilkerson, high lob, DeVries skip pass. Gorn the catch on the right wing, and an offensive foul call. And that will get us to a timeout. As Alexis is called for the foul. Progressive Insurance, insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE at progressive.com. Keep up to date on the Wildcats by downloading the Northwestern app. Receive game day updates and news for all your favorite Northwestern teams. Access your mobile ticketing account and order in venue from the comfort of your seat. Search for the Northwestern Wildcats on the App Store and Google Play Store today. Indiana leads Northwestern 40-29, 2:50 till halftime. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Middays sound better with me, John Williams, 10 to 2. Back to Wildcat basketball.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's. Kohl's.com. We'll talk to assistant coach Ryan James at halftime. Indiana with 40 points here in the first half. The Hoosiers, the 7th highest scoring team in the Big Ten, average about 80 points a game, and right now they're just about on track for that.
Dave, and they've had a couple of outings throughout the course of the year where they've scored in triple digits. So you know they're an explosive offense, and right now they're just, this is an incredible stat. 13 assists on 14 made field goals. So that we talked about the efficiency of this offense and trying to slow them down at the top of the game, and the Cats have been able to do that. So they're going to have to make some defensive adjustments here. Other than that, the stats are, again, relatively even, but Indiana just shooting lights out here in the first half from behind the three-point line, 24 to 40 points from behind the three-point arc.
Here's another stat, Billy, that kind of jumps out at you. The Wildcats have 4 turnovers. Those have led to 8 Indiana points, and the Cats have been outscored at points off turnovers, which is an area in which they normally excel, but that's likely because a couple of those turnovers have led to 3-pointers for Indiana.
Well, when you look at this Indiana team in their lineup, they're able to switch, and they're able to guard multiple defenders. Each player is, and that's causing the Cats a little difficulty in their half-court offense.
Wildcats with Martinelli, Page, West, Singleton, and Cherovino. Wilkerson, DeVries, Dorn, Alexis, and Enright for the Hoosiers as West brings it across the midcourt line. 2:43 to go till halftime. Singleton has it on the left side. Singleton checked by Dorn. Gives it off to Martinelli between the rings. Martinelli to Page, top of the key. Pivots, looks around, feeds Cherovino. A nice backdoor cut. Layup good. Page to Cherovino. Cats cut it to 9, 40 to 31.
And that's the second time that play has worked after a timeout. The Cats have seen a gap in the Indiana defense.
Enright feeding Alexis in the lane for a dunk.
Well, Chris Collins talked about how well this team moves without the basketball. They try to shut off Enright. Alexis just dives to the basket for the score.
West bouncing for Page. Hands Cherovino to the top. Left wing for Singleton. Return feed Cherovino around to West. Out in Martinelli. Right baseline drive. Circles under the basket. Turns. Put it up. In and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Wildcats. Martinelli knocked it out off of Wilkerson, I believe. It'll be Northwestern ball, and Nick can't believe he missed that shot.
He worked hard to get that one off, going to it right along the baseline.
West will inbound to Cherovino, left wing. Gives it back to Jake out at the logo. Now driving on Enright. Back to Martinelli, around to Singleton, right of the circle. Singleton driving right baseline, leans in, fires, no good. He got fouled by Dorn.
And a nice, strong move by Singleton that time. Pump fake, quick first step to the baseline, and then creates the contact to draw the foul.
6th foul on Indiana. 2 shots here for Trey Singleton, 73% free throw shooter. Trey so far in the game with 5 points. Free throw up and good. Trey's really improved as the season's gone along in that area. Free throws. He cuts it to 10. Chance to cut it to 9 again right here. Cats would love to be in single digits here at halftime. And they are. It's a 9-point game with Minute 36 to go, 42-33, Indiana. And right across the midcourt line with a minute 30 to go till the half. Here is Alexis in the high post being pressured, gives it up to DeVries right point. Now DeVries with West poking the ball, gets a screen from Alexis, looks left for Enright. Now left corner three for Dorn, no good. Rebound Page, and they got a hand in his face that time. West driving right, chased by Enright. Off to Singleton, 1 minute to go into the half. Here's Martinelli, right baseline, back to Singleton, takes the three, doesn't take it. Gives to Nick. Shot clock at 10, in the lane, turns, leans in, fires, missed it. Singleton, the rebound, fighting for it, it's loose. There's going to be a tie-up, and it's going to belong to the Wildcats with 48.4 remaining.
And a terrific hustle by Singleton, anticipating the ball coming off and just crashing the glass, securing the possession for the Cats.
And they've got 20 on the shot clock here with 48 seconds to go till halftime. Down by 9. Inbounds pass goes to Page, and his pass for Martinelli is stolen by DeVries. Here's Wilkerson to Dorn for a spot-up three, too strong, and the rebound out of bounds. Page trying to grab it, deflected it out of bounds, and slams his fist on the post.
Yeah, disappointed.
In frustration.
Yeah, couldn't corral it.
And right to inbound for Indiana. Into the corner, three for Wilkerson, no good. Weak side rebound, Singleton. 32 seconds to go, 4-second differential. Make it 5, shot clock to game clock. Down to 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Cheravino had the ball knocked away by Wilkerson, who grabbed it and then stepped on the sideline. So an exchange of turnovers there. Chris Collins thought that Wilkerson fouled Cheravino. There was no foul call. And let's see if they're going to take a look at this.
Yeah, and one of the things as we've watched Cheravino develop this year, has to be stronger with the ball. And opponents know that, so they want to put pressure on you, and that's how Wilkerson was able to dislodge the ball from Cheravino as he was trying to pass it.
Darian DeVries in an extended conversation with the officials here. 22.8 showing on the clock. The timeout taken by the Wildcats. They have 22.8 on the clock.
And Dave, in spite of the hot shooting by the Hoosiers, the Cats staying in this ball game, just down by 9 with 22.8 seconds. And if they have the ball, they have an opportunity to cut into that lead a little bit more.
If you told me the Wildcats would be shooting 52%, Billy, and down by 9, the way they've played, you would certainly take that shooting percentage any day. Martinelli to inbound, left sideline, feeds it to Cheravino. Shot clock down to 15. There's a 3-second differential. West has it at the logo against Enright. Shot clock at 10, at 9, at 8. West driving right into the lane. Stripped to the ball, out of bounds. It's Indiana ball.
And we've seen that a couple of times, being strong with the ball, going to the basket, especially with Enright hounding him as he was going to the paint.
Turnovers. Even at 5. I believe they called it Indiana ball, did they not?
I'm pretty sure they did, Dave.
I thought they did, but we have 6.8 showing on the clock.
Plenty of time, especially with this Indiana group. You got Enright who can play make, and then you've got the shooters.
You got to play some defense right here for Indiana. Wilkerson, Alexis, Enright, Dorn, and DeVries. For the Wildcats, Page, West, Singleton, Cheravino, and Martinelli. Penultimate road game of the year for the Wildcats. They find themselves down by 9.
Boy, in a tough place to play. This has always been a great venue in which to come in and play a college basketball game. I can remember coming in there as a freshman and 17,000 people. That was more than my population of my hometown at that time.
All right, Indiana will inbound. 6.8 to go. DeVries gets it to Wilkerson with 5, with 4. Wilkerson with 3, with 2. 3 in the air. Air ball out of bounds with 1.1. That's 1.1. Martinelli will inbound. Throws it in Sheravino. 3/4 court shot. Good if it goes. Short, and that will do it. And the Cats will go to the locker room down 9 here at halftime. 42-33 to the Indiana Hoosiers. A 9-point advantage for Indiana. We're joined by assistant coach Ryan James, and Coach, 8 made threes for Indiana. Some of them were contested. What do you do?
Not all of them. You better contest the best you can. We're supposed to be touching the guys in the corner. We're supposed to play with our feet above the three-point line. It's not just the threes. We're giving up some straight line drives. Our defense, it's just got to be better. You know, we haven't played this bad defensively for a long, long time. And, you know, if we do that and get a few stops, we did at near the end of the half, got 4 out of 5 stops, and it's a reachable ball game. You know, but 42 points obviously is too much to give up.
Yeah, Coach, what kind of adjustments would you make to handling their pick and roll play?
Well, first of all, they're slipping out of everything, Billy, so we're too aggressive with our big guys, and they're not even hardly coming to the screen. The other thing is we got to quit diving for steals. We've done that 2 or 3 times. They've hit guys on slips or skips to the to the weak side due to that fact. We dive for a steal and the guy drives after he catches the ball and then skips it to a 3 or a layup. So we've just got to do a better job all the way around on defense. Offensively, we got to just continue to attack the basket and move the ball. We can't let that ball stick.
Okay, Coach. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
There you go. Assistant Coach Brian James. Halftime, 42-33, Indiana. Stay with us. We'll be right back with a halftime show brought to you by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield at 720 WGN.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterNC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
It's Wildcat Basketball Halftime. Northwestern Basketball is presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine, proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Time for the Northwestern Basketball Halftime Show presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Dave Ennett, Billy McKinney here at the Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Bloomington, Indiana. Halftime, Indiana leads Northwestern 42-33. A fairly even game aside from the three-point shooting, and you heard Coach James express his displeasure with the way the Wildcats have defended here in the first half.
Again, you have to credit Indiana, and Coach Collins talked about this in the pregame show, how good they are offensively with the slips, moving without the basketball. So Cats just have to make a couple of adjustments here, prevent the dribble drive penetration, just tighten up their defense. We knew this was going to be a tough game for them because of the scoring prowess of the Indiana Hoosiers.
Indiana's scoring prowess has been on full display tonight, led by Lamar Wilkerson, the Big Ten second leading scorer. Hit his first 4 threes. He's missed his last 3, but he's got 14 points here at halftime. The Wildcats, 3 share scoring honors. Martinelli, Singleton, and West each with 7 points. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV? For the comfort of your own home, go to syncmygame.com to find out how. We'll check in on other scores around college basketball tonight and recap the scoring for you. 42-33, Indiana leading Northwestern here at halftime. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com. Hey, Wildcat fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats! SeatGeek.
Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift they'll be sure to make use of. Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn's Shop. You can choose from an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roast seafood, and more. If you know someone who loves a good steak, why not treat them to some quality beef from Lynn's that will fill their stomach and their heart? Give the gift of premium beef at thelinnsshop.com and use code GOCATS for 20% off. Brought to you by Meats by Lynn's, the preferred partner of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Northwestern University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Halftime here in Bloomington, Indiana leading Northwestern 42-33. Our out-of-town scores are proudly sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your dream trip at exploreminnesota.com. One other game underway in the Big Ten, second half in Piscataway. Something of a surprise. Washington has been leading throughout against Rutgers. The Huskies up 53-40 in that one. Coming up later on, now third-ranked Michigan hosting Minnesota, and late tonight it'll be UCLA hosting USC. Tomorrow night's Big Ten schedule has 12th-ranked Nebraska hosting Maryland, Ohio State visiting Iowa, and Wisconsin out west to take on Oregon. And some of the top 25 action tonight looks like number 21, Miami, Ohio, well on its way to staying unbeaten, leading Eastern Michigan in the second half, 56-39. Top-ranked Duke blowing out Notre Dame late in the half, 51-20. They are not yet to halftime. At the half, 11th-ranked Virginia in front of NC State, 32-19. 16th-ranked Texas Tech leading Cincinnati at the half, 42-34. And Dayton in front of number 23 St. Louis at halftime, 44-28. Here it's 42-33 Indiana at the half. We'll recap the scoring of the first half after this timeout. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
It's Bob Surratt and the morning crew, 6 till 10 a.m. on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Before we continue, 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
42-33 Indiana at the half. Here's how the scoring went in the first half for the Wildcats. Leading scores times 3. Nick Martinelli with 7 on 3 of 9 shooting in the first half for Nick. Trey Singleton with 7. Jake West with 7. 6 for Angelo Sciarvino. 4 for Arrington Page. 2 for Jaden Reed. The Wildcats shot 50% in the first half. 13 of 26. 43%, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. 67% for the line, 4 out of 6. They out-rebounded Indiana 12-10 with 5 offensive rebounds. There weren't many rebounds for Indiana to get on the offensive end. Cats with 7 assists, 5 turnovers, and 1 steal. For Indiana, leading scorer, Lamar Wilkerson, 14 points, 8 each for Sam Alexis and Nick Dorn. 5 for Peyton Connerway, 3 points each for Tucker DeVries and Josiah Miles. 1 point for Reed Bailey. Indiana shot 63%, 15 of 24, 50% from beyond the arc, 8 of 16, 80% for the line, 4 out of 5. The Hoosiers with 14 assists, 5 turnovers, and 1 steal. Those are your energizing highlights of the first half, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. We're just about set for the second half. Back to get it going next. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnick's.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us. Abbott in the Big Ten, 18 schools, one blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
Join me, John Williams, middays 10 to 2 on WGN Radio. Let's get you back to the Wildcats.
Tonight's official game sponsor is United Airlines, proud to fly the Northwestern Wildcats. This has been the Northwestern Basketball Halftime Show presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. All right, second half, Cats are down 9. They have faced larger deficits in previous games. They didn't have a deficit. They had a much larger deficit last month when they played at Illinois at halftime. But long way to go this one, Billy.
Yeah, Dave, this game reminds me a little bit of the Wisconsin game in the first half, and Wisconsin shot the ball really well.
Yeah.
But the Cats have hung in there. They're just 9 points down. And again, we keep talking about this one statistic. Indiana has outscored the Cats 24-9 from outside the three-point arc. The Cats, with their adjustments defensively here going into the second half, will hope the Hoosiers don't shoot the ball that well from behind the three-point arc. And again, they've had 15 made baskets on 14 assists. That is absolutely incredibly efficient offense.
No doubt. The Wildcats only have 7 assists on 13 made baskets, and they are one of the better teams in that area normally. You can tell they play well when they are. And I guess most teams, you look for that. If there are a lot of assists on made field goals, you're probably doing something right.
Sharing the basketball, which the Cats do extremely well.
All right, it'll be Indiana ball first. For the Wildcats, Page starts the second half along with West, Reed, Singleton, and Martinelli. DeVries will inbound. Enright, Dorn, Wilkerson, and Alexis out there for Darian DeVries, who coached 2 of these guys at Drake before he went to West Virginia, and then he coached DeVries at West Virginia. His Tucker DeVries, his son. Here's Alexis. Enright also played for him at Drake. Here's DeVries at the elbow with Reed on him. He finds Enright cutting through the lane, drops it weak side. There's Alexis, spins to his left, and banks it in.
Nice move by Alexis, and again, the pass by Enright. Unselfish play as he drew the Wildcat defenders to him before making the pass to Alexis.
Alexis into double figures with 10. It's 44-33 Indiana. Page has it knocked away by Alexis. He gets it back. Page hands to Reed. He's got 2 points in the game. Jaden Reed to Jake West. 3-point land. Jump pass to Martinelli. And he'll send it to Reed. 3 to shoot. Reed have to put it up. Turnaround jumper. No good. The putback is good, though, by Nick Martinelli. Big offensive rebound. And the Cats get it back to 9.
And a broken play by the Cats. Right now, they've got to get their offensive spacing a little better. They're right on top of each other, which is helping the defense.
And now the Cats take it away from DeVries. Here's Martinelli at the end of the break. Layup good. And it's a 7-point game, 44-37.
Yeah, Cats ratcheting up the defense here.
Just like that, Nick Martinelli into double figures with 11. 18:30 to go in the game. 44-37 Indiana. Here's Enright. Goes to Alexis right at the 3-point line. Takes it through the lane. Hands to Wilkerson for 3. No good. Rebound Singleton. Cats could get a little closer here. Singleton drives on Dorn in a foul call prior to the shot.
Seeing Singleton being more comfortable with handling the ball out on the floor as the season progresses. And that's an area as he goes into summer he will have to continue to work on.
Dorn with his second foul. Reed will inbound on the baseline. Feeds a bounce to Martinelli in the corner. Works the baseline. His shot blocked out of bounds by DeVries. Blocked it from behind.
Good defensive pursuit by DeVries that time. It looked like Martinelli had the half step on him. But because of the double pump, that allowed DeVries to recover.
Page for a jumper, no good. Rebound, Martinelli on the weak side. And Martinelli turns, floats it home. DeVries down and hurt.
Martinelli
the crowd reaction.
Yeah, Martinelli had a couple of words for DeVries as he knocks him down. He says, block this. And that's just the fire from Nick Martinelli.
Cats have cut it to 5, 44-39. DeVries helped to his feet.
Martinelli looked like he's bleeding from his lip.
Yeah, it does, doesn't he?
You don't see Nick Martinelli get bent out of shape. We've only seen that once this season.
Yeah, we saw it couple of games ago against Michigan. 17:55 to go. Cats have cut it to 5 points. Here's Wilkerson across the midcourt line, played by West, who pokes the ball away. Wilkerson regains it. Now Wilkerson at the top. Kicks it out. DeVries. I think he walked out the door in left corner 3, no good. Rebound ripped down by Martinelli. Off to West. There come the Cats. They could cut it to 3 here. Martinelli a screen. Back to Nick from West, and he's fouled.
He beat up as he goes into the paint. Jake West with a nice pass on the pick and roll play. The Cats taking advantage of the slow rotation by the Hoosiers on that particular play.
Foul on Enright, his first. Second Indiana foul. 2 shots for Martinelli. His first free throw is good. Wildcats on a 7-0 run here. Here are Bailey and Connerway in, Enright and Alexis out. Yeah. And Nick can make it a 1-possession game here with 17:24 to go. He does. 44-41 Indiana. Nick Martinelli now with 15 points. Even though it's taken him some time to get to that number, but he has now outscored Wilkerson in this game. Here's Connerway, top of the three-point line, high lob to DeVries, fakes the 3, drives on Page, turns back outside Connerway, right side of the lane, leaves it for Dorn, around to Wilkerson, leans in, floater in and out, rebound Page.
Good recovery by the Cats.
Cats on an 8-0 run. And Martinelli will give it up to Page, now back to West at the Indiana logo, calling for a screen. Now he motions to Page to move. Martinelli sets a screen. He rejects it. He pulls up from 16, left it short, rebound Connerway. Indiana the other way, trying to end this 8-0 Northwestern run. DeVries hands it back to Connerway. Connerway right of the circle. Connerway skip pass near side to DeVries. Left corner 3 is good. That ends the run. 47-41. Just DeVries' second bucket of the game. Both bid threes. The 9th three-pointer for Indiana.
Yeah, Jaden Reed got lost on the switch. DeVries just floats to the left corner in front of the Indiana bench and was wide open.
47-41 Hoosiers. 16 minutes to go. Here's Reed driving on Connerway. A little contact and a foul on Connerway.
Well, referee signals that Connerway grabbed the jersey of Reed, which forced him to stop abruptly.
Chicagoland for premium apparel and promotional products. Look no further than IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. The industry standard in corporate, athletic, and event merchandise. IAS Branding is your one-stop solution to bring your brand to life. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. Indiana leads Northwestern 47-41, 15:59 remaining. Is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer. Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift they'll be sure to make use of. Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn's Shop. You can choose from an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roast seafood, and more. If you know someone who loves a good steak, why not treat them to some quality beef from Lynn's that will fill their stomach and their heart? Give the gift of premium beef at thelynnshop.com and use code GOCATS for 20% off. Brought to you by Meats by Lynn's, the preferred partner of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
Chicago Wakes Up with me, Bob Surratt, and the morning crew, 6 to 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in-store, online for the best Northwestern Game Day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Wildcats. Shop in-store at 1807 Central at Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game day spirit where Wildcat fans shop. In 2 of their last 3 road games, the Wildcats have been held below 50 points. I don't think that's going to happen tonight. They've got 41 with 15:59 to go. But more to the point, Billy, they are very much back in this game after Indiana threatened to run away with it, leading by as many as 13 in the first half.
Yeah, and the Cats, their offense has been operating much more efficiently here in the second. He's got 15 points here, and they're starting to slow down Indiana with their three-point shooting. Knock on wood, but Wilkerson has cooled down a little bit. Let's hope he stays that way.
Cats gave up the first 2 of the second half, scored the next 8, and gave up the last 3, but they've got the ball now after the foul on Connerway. His second foul. West will inbound to Jaden Reed with Connerway on him out in front. Reed looks left. There's West, foul out extended. Jake West off to Arrington Page at the top with Bailey on him. He drives left to the lane, feeds it inside. Martinelli turns. Back shot missed. Rebound tapped out of there, taken by Dorr.
Great shot by Martinelli, but missed it point blank.
Again, those are shots that, and it was a nice feed too. Those are shots Nick normally makes. Here's Bailey, top of the three-point line, handing it off to DeVries against West. DeVries into the paint, spins to his right, shot blocked from beyond by Page, who grabs it and feeds West. Off to Singleton, driver to the basket. His shot is blocked by Bailey. He gets it back in traffic. Out to West for 3. No good. Rebound Wilkerson.
Singleton a little out of control there. That's where you got to slow down and make better decisions in transition. Cats got a break, though.
Here's Connerway. Indiana with the ball up 6. Bailey to DeVries, fakes the 3. And Page swatted the ball and gets rid of it to Wilkerson. Angles a pass to Connerway for 3, and that one's good. Connerway has his first three-pointer of the game, and the Hoosiers have their 10th in 20 attempts, and the lead back up to 9 with 14:36 to go.
Well, the Cats missed a couple of opportunities, and Hoosiers just taking advantage.
Well, Indiana 6-0 run on back-to-back threes. Singleton against DeVries. Shot clock at 10. On the left wing, cross-court feed Reed. Around to West, drives the baseline. He goes up and lays it in, a step in front of Reed. Bailey got there a split second late. That ends that run. It's 50-43, Indiana.
Lightning quick first step there by Jake West along the right baseline in front of the Cats bench.
West now with 9 points. He's the Cats' second leading scorer tonight. Here's Connerway to DeVries. Back to Connerway, driving on Singleton, turns the corner, layup, rattles around and in.
Indiana getting the switch offs on the Cats defense and getting the mismatch with the bigger player defending the guard on the perimeter.
52-43 Indiana. West with the ball, looks right, Martinelli right corner, DeVries on him. Now they switch, Bailey takes it. He feeds Page low on the right. Page backs his way in, draws a double. Page tries again, into the paint, turns to his right, up and under, kicks it out to Reed, 2 to shoot. Got to put it up, fade away, no good off the rim. And the rebound tracked down to the corner by Dorn as Martinelli was fighting to get free. Looked like he got tripped up a little bit.
Yeah, Indiana forced Reed into a tough shot. He took the dribble drive one step too deep into the paint.
Indiana fans back in, and now the ball tipped away from Wilkerson to the backcourt. 10 to shoot. He retrieves. Wilkerson against West. Looks for Dorn. Back to Wilkerson. Shot clock at 3, at 2. Wilkerson. They're not going to get this off in time. No, it's out of bounds. Dorn stepped on the sideline. It would have been probably a shot clock violation, but Dorn threw it up and he was on the sideline. Turnover, Indiana.
Yeah, good individual defense by the Cats and denying the return pass.
Miles checks in for Wilkerson. 52-43, Sherabino in for the Cats. Page out. West brings it up. It's a hard screen for Martinelli. Hand off to Sherabino. Now looking right, there's West. Wanted to go into Nick, couldn't get to him. Now Singleton between the rings. Shot clock at 10. Singleton to West. High lob, too high, out of bounds. He was trying to get it over Bailey to get it to Martinelli, and he threw it out. And that is a Northwestern turnover in the 6th of the game for the Wildcats, and the second by West.
If he takes that extra dribble and takes it down to the baseline, a bounce pass in, he doesn't make that turnover.
12-11 to go. Here is Connerway. Sends it out to DeVries. Deep three, no good. Rebound out of bounds to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Dorn and West going for the loose ball on the long rebound off Dorn's hand and into the Indiana bench.
Indiana, Trent Sisley coming in. Freshman from Lincoln City, Indiana. Played a few minutes of the first half. He comes in. And Connor Enright coming in. Enright faced the Wildcats last year in Evanston in a DePaul uniform. He had 12 points. He had 3 assists. He had 6 turnovers in that game. Second most he's had in a game in his career. 52-43, Cats down 9, 11:55 remaining. With the ball, Sciarvino wide left. Up top to Reed. Reed holds and looks. Jaden Reed works off a Martinelli screen, feeds Nick in the lane, floater good. And it's a 7-point game, 52-45 Indiana, and Martinelli now with 17 points.
And that's the pocket pass that hurts the Cats on the
With
other
Alexis.
end. Exactly.
Now here's Sisley, feeds it to Bailey on the baseline. He had the ball knocked away and stolen. Reed's got it. That's triple teamed him down there. Reed, little Euro step out to Singleton. Singleton feeds West for a deep three. Good! And the Cats are within 4. Timeout Indiana. With 11:10 to go. Just when things were getting into a danger zone, the Cats answer back and cut the lead to 4 with 11:10 remaining.
Good defense leading to easy offense.
Indiana 52, Northwestern 48. Back in a moment. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
At Guzman y Gomez, we are fast food athletes say yes to. As a proud sponsor of Northwestern Athletics, GYG is serving up real clean burritos, bowls, nachos, and more. Made fresh daily right here in Evanston and across Chicagoland. Stop by our restaurants in Naperville, Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, Deerfield, Des Plaines, and of course, Evanston. GYG is here to fuel the community, whether it's dining in our restaurant, ordering through our GoMex app, or even catering with delicious food that's fast, fresh, and full of good vibes. Guzman y Gomez, fast food athletes say yes to.
Dear Evan Hansen is the 6-time Tony Award-winning musical that everyone's been talking about. When one small lie spirals out of control, a lonely, anxious teen is forced to face what it really means to belong and how far we'll go just to be seen.
It's raw, it's honest, and it's happening now. Dear Evan Hansen, now playing through March 22nd at Paramount Theater in downtown Aurora. Tickets start at just $31 when purchased in person. Get yours now at ParamountAurora.com before they're gone.
Stay local. Get Chicago's news first with Lisa Dent. Weekdays at 2 on WGN.
You've heard of Minnesota winners. Now see why we love them and why you will too. Experience the oldest winter festival in the United States or visit a grand illuminated ice castle. Create your own memories forever frozen in time. Explore Minnesota.com. We'll be there, a week from Saturday. You want to go explore the oldest winter festival? You've probably done it.
It depends on the weather. You say if you love Minnesota and you love the winters, you better be Eskimo. It gets really cold there.
You lived up there. You would know.
8 years.
General manager of the Timberwolves.
Great place. Great place to live. Great people. And people don't let the cold impact their ability to enjoy life. Ice fishing, which I never did.
Yeah, I don't see you being an ice fisherman. I will say that. The Wildcats in that game at USC never got down by more than 7 before winning that game. But remember, they were down against UCLA, came back in that game. They got down against Wisconsin. Bill, you made the comparison earlier to that game, the Wildcats Big Ten opener in Madison. The Wildcats got themselves back into that game late. They played much better in the second half than they did in the first half of their first Big Ten game. And they've played better here in the second half and really towards the latter stages of the first half. Now can they cash in is the question.
Yeah, they had a couple of trips up and down the court where they had some opportunities that they didn't take advantage of in transition, but they've stayed in the game, and you're getting solid play from Jake West with 12 points, hitting a couple threes, playing good defense. And so they've made the adjustments that they needed to make at halftime. Now they just have to sustain this effort for the next 11 minutes and 10 seconds.
Indiana will have the ball here. Singleton, Martinelli, West, Reed, and Cheravino. And Connor Enright will work the ball up against Jaden Reed as we reach the 11-minute mark. Here is Enright, picked up by Singleton as they switch. Gives it off to DeVries, matched up on Reed. High left, Wilkerson, Martinelli on him. Gets it low on the left. Alexis turns to his left and gets to the rim, layup good.
Indiana is just catching the Cats in the mismatch. Small player inside, and Alexis with the patience and the scoring side.
54-48 Indiana. Here's Martinelli at the top from West. Gives it off Cheravino. Head fake into the paint. Pull up 15-footers and air ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Cheravino, that's a shot that he'll have to make. He just pulled the string a little short there, but a good shot nonetheless.
10:28 to go. Timeout. Indiana 54, Northwestern 48. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield of 720 WGN.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
Wake up with Bob Surratt in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10. On your home for Wildcat basketball.
Wildcat fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Game at it, Billy McKinney from Bloomington, Indiana. Indiana leading Northwestern 54-48, 10:28 remaining. No fouls this half on the Wildcats, 3 on Indiana. Cats have 3 timeouts left. Indiana's got 2. Long way to go into this one.
Yeah, David, we'll see how the Cats respond after that air ball by Cheravino, down by 6 now. Will they continue to finish this second half out strong, or are we in that time period again? But they've been playing much better with much more confidence after the Nebraska game. And so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring up the time on the clock, Billy, but thought maybe the Cats were past that after the Maryland game. They actually kind of took control of that game right around this point against the Terrapins.
Yeah, it's just interesting how a game can turn on a missed shot or a turnover here. And I'm sure that's one of the things that's being addressed in the huddle as the Cats come out on defense here. Indiana having the ball and 30 on the shot clock.
Indiana began the year 7-0 before losing their Big Ten opener at Minnesota. Remember, that was a stunner at the time. Followed that up losing to Louisville and then blew out Penn State here at home in their second December Big Ten game. And reopened conference play in January 2-0 with the wins over Washington and Maryland before a 4-game losing streak.
Well, 17-10 to start the year. I mean, on the season right now, not to start the year, right now going into this ball game. and right in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten.
A lot to play for Indiana. And the Wildcats playing for seeding in the Big Ten tournament, among other things, as Indiana puts it in play. And Enright will angle right into the front court. 10:21 to go. To Miles. Return feed for Enright. Jump pass. Alexis in the high post. Up to Miles. Singleton goes over to guard him. Now back to DeVries with 10 to shoot. DeVries fadeaway on the left baseline is good.
Yeah, tough shot by DeVries right there.
And the lead is 8 with 10 minutes remaining. 56-48. DeVries with 8. 5 this half. There's Nick Martinelli. Cats going a little quiet here offensively. Singleton circling left, feeding Cherovino. Cherovino left wing against Wilkerson. Gives it off to Page. Going inside. Martinelli makes the catch, gets hammered to the floor, and a foul call.
Yeah, DeVries really put some wood on him there. They're exchanging glances.
Second foul on DeVries. Yeah, Nick kind of gave him the evil eye after he hit the deck there. That's the 4th Indiana foul. And Reed inbounds to Page. Left corner, drives on Alexis on the baseline. Cut off, tries again. Under the basket, tries to reverse it up. No good. A foul call on Alexis.
Yeah, Page determined, getting the ball in really good low post position and playing with strength.
So Arrington Page will go to the free throw line. 66% on the year. The Wildcats as a team tonight are 6 of 8. 2 shots here to try to get it back to a 6-point game. First one up and good for Arrington. 56-49. This one to get the Cats within 6. And this free throw is good. 56-50 Indiana, 9.5 minutes remain, second half. DeVries will handle the ball this time. Singleton eyeing him as he brings it into the front court and hands to Enright. Guarded by Reed. Scoops it back to DeVries. DeVries against Reed. A bit of a size mismatch here. We've seen this earlier tonight, several occasions. Back to Enright against Singleton. Sends it out to DeVries for 3. No good. Rebound. Cherovino snatches it away from Miles. There's Reed spinning in the lane. Floater. No good. Rebound out of bounds to Indiana.
Reed trying to get something in transition there, just comes up a little short. That mismatch doesn't create such a problem when it's on the perimeter. But we've seen it when the Cats have switched off, that they've taken Reed or sometimes West into the low post.
That did not happen that time. Here is Enright bringing it up against Reed. No mismatch here. And now a little help from Page. DeVries gets it out to Dorn, fakes the 3, drives in on the right baseline. To the left corner, Wilkerson jump stop, ball stripped. Singleton's got it. Off to Reed. Shovels Cherovino down the lane, lays it up, got it. Tough shot, Cherovino, and hung on the back of the iron forever and fell through it. It's a 4-point game.
And Cherovino gets rewarded on the other end for making a great defensive play.
There's DeVries, high left and bumped by Singleton, and there's the first foul of the second half on the Wildcats. You hear the derisive cheers for the officials from the Indiana crowd. Second on Singleton.
Well, playing defense without fouling is one of the things that Chris Collins and the staff, they always talk about. The Cats have done a terrific job of doing that here in the second half.
Remember how much it hurt them in the Iowa game, Billy? As Cats change up, West back in. Here is Conaway in some trouble, and there's another Northwestern foul. This one on Page.
Yeah, Page. Now that's not a foul you want to create, as Alexis has the ball with his back to the basket, but Page again trying to play aggressive defense.
8:04 on the clock, 4-point Indiana lead. Conaway will inbound to Wilkerson. Martinelli on him. Off to DeVries, catch and shoot three, no good. He got fouled by Sheravino.
Yeah, Sheravino challenging the shooter, and Chris Collins. You can't fault the effort by Sheravino, but you don't want to foul the three-point shooter.
Barbasol Shaving Cream delivers a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Barbasol is America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 7:58 to go. Indiana 56, Northwestern 52. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Bob Surratt in charge of the station, weekday morning 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
56-52. Indiana leading Northwestern with 7:58 remaining. Wildcats haven't lost in this building since 2020. They've won 3 in a row here in Bloomington. And here's an interesting stat, Billy. The Wildcats all time in the Assembly Hall, even before it was the Simon Scott Assembly Hall, are 5-39. Under Chris Collins, they are 4-5. So 5 wins in 44 games and 4 in 9 games since Chris came to Evanston in the 2013-2014 season.
Yeah, Dave, and I can remember Boo Buie his senior year putting on quite a performance here. It was so fun to watch.
And talking to shoot around today, Brian McIntosh had a shot here to beat the Hoosiers that just missed. That to this day, he's an Indiana guy too. And to this day, that's one that I think still haunts him a little bit. The Cats ended up losing by 1, 63-62 in that 2017 season. And in the next game, it was Taphorn to Pardon to beat Michigan, which cinched the NCAA tournament for the first time for the Wildcats.
I can remember watching that play and the exuberance of the players and the staff and the fans with that milestone achievement.
But it almost happened one game earlier. And by the way, Brian McIntosh is next on the scoring list for Nick Martinelli. Nick coming in tonight, 74 points away from tying BMAC for the 7th spot all time. And Nick's got 17 tonight. Meantime, Tucker DeVries, 3 free throws here to try to extend this lead after the foul called on Sheravino. First one's good for DeVries, an 85% free throw shooter, who had his career high against UIC a couple of years ago. Second free throw good. One more coming. And this one is also good. So they didn't give up a 3-point field goal to him, but same effect, 59-52 Indiana, 7:53 to go in the crowd in it here at the Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Here is Jake West, cross-court feed, Martinelli, step-back jumper, right corner, got it. 59-54, 5-point game, 7:39 to go. And Nick now with 19 points.
Nice separation from the defense, driving them to the basket and then stepping back with the mid-range jump shot.
There's Conaway. Picks up his dribble out high, and he throws it away. He was trying to go to Dorn on the right wing, and Dorn cut inside, wasn't looking for the ball, and it ended up in the front row of seats, the courtside seats. Turnover, Indiana, Northwestern ball.
Yeah, a zig instead of a zag. And let's see if the Cats now can capitalize here.
Here's Page at the top against Alexis. Looks right, Singleton. Singleton looks inside, wanted to go to Nick Martinelli. Now Singleton takes it under the basket, and a foul called on the Hoosiers.
Yeah, Dorn riding Singleton down the right baseline and really just runs him out of bounds there.
Third on Dorn, 6th team foul. West to Trigger. Feeds it underneath. Cherubino is fouled on the shot.
What a pass by Jake West. Little circle play in Cherubino, the second circler on that particular play, gets open on the left side of the basket while the play was initiated on the right side.
Connerway picks up his third foul, 7th team foul, shooting foul. Cherubino at the line, 55% free throw shooter, leaves the first one short. There's Enright in for Indiana.
Yeah. Again, Cherubino has to shoot all of his shots like he knows he's going to make them still.
Second one up. Good.
There you go.
And the lead cut to 4 again with 7:02 to go, 59-55 Indiana. DeVries will bring it up. Net by Singleton as he crosses midcourt. Off to Alexis, underhand scoop to Wilkerson. Scoreless here in the second half. Wilkerson, left side of the lane. Checked by Singleton. Spins to his left. Fade away. No. Rebound Martinelli. Good job there by Singleton.
Very good individual defense that time by Singleton.
Martinelli cashes deep out to Page for 3. Good. Arrington Page makes it a 1-point game. 59-58. Indiana, 6:23 to go.
Nice inside-outside action by the Cats.
Here is DeVries. Looks right, looks left, passes left. Wilkerson. Wilkerson with Cherubino putting a body on him. He heaves one out to DeVries. DeVries driving down the lane. Gets inside, spins to his right. Jumper no good. And the rebound out of bounds and will stay with Indiana.
Good
Page
defense.
had a hand on it.
Sorry, Dave. Really good defense by the Cats, but the Cats couldn't come up with the defensive rebound.
6:01 on the clock, a 1-point Indiana lead. And now the crowd has quieted down again. High lob caught by Alexis. Singleton guarding. Double clutch. Steps through. Left it short. Rebound Page. Leaves it for West to bring it up. Cats can take the lead. Here's West off a Page screen and a moving screen call. Arrington Page. That's short a 6-0 run here.
I'm going to say on that play, Jake West it's imperative that he takes the ball below the screen to give Page an opportunity to set up, especially in transition.
Page goes out. Reed in for the Wildcats. Enright hands it off. Wilkerson circling right. And a foul off the ball. Called on Jaden Reed.
Foul on number 4, Jaden Reed.
His third.
Team's
Fifth team foul. Boy, those fouls have piled up in a hurry, haven't they?
Yes. We got 5:39 to play.
1-point Indiana lead. Enright to throw it in baseline right. And a Wilkerson right corner 3, no good. Rebound Cherubino. Here's West hustling down the floor. Throws up a wild shot. West is down. Rebound taken by Bailey for Indiana. And a skip pass to DeVries, who gets it back from Dorn and takes a 3. Missed it. That's catch a break. Martinelli and Singleton converge on the rebound, and it will be West to bring it into the front court, and a timeout taken by Chris Collins to settle everything down here with 5:10 remaining.
As they say, the Cats dodged the proverbial bullet on that play. Again, not cashing in transition, being a little too quick and lacking patience.
This is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Attention, All Northwestern students and Wildcat fans, Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Ozinka's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinka will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinka, for your support in this great cause. Go Cats. Indiana 59, Northwestern 58, 5:10 on the clock. 7 fouls on the Hoosiers, 5 on the Wildcats, each team 2 timeouts. Possession arrow is with Northwestern.
Let's see what they dial up out of this timeout. The Cats have been really good with plays out of timeouts and scoring.
West will inbound, left sideline. Martinelli against Bailey. Martinelli left to the lane, faces up, fires a jumper. Good! Nick Martinelli, over 20 points for the 20th time this season, and the Wildcats take the lead just inside the 5-minute mark, 60-59. Now here's Wilkerson, curling, driving, shot no good, he's fouled.
Jake West trailing on the play, and once you trail the defender on coming off a screen like that, he's got the advantage on you. He's got to get help from his big man and impede the progress of Wilkerson into the paint.
First foul on West. Wilkerson to the free throw line. 5th in the Big Ten at 88%. A chance to put Indiana back in front. Well, let's see. We have, looks like Dorn has some blood and he's being attended to. So we'll have a brief delay here for this. Alexis will come in for Bailey. And for the Wildcats, Page will check in, but they're going to hold him up at the scorer's table. Lamar Wilkerson, 14 in the first half, none in the second half. First free throw on the way by Wilkerson is good. We're tied at 60. Here comes Page for Reed.
Great game here. Second half, Cats coming back, playing solid, making those necessary adjustments at the half.
Another one here for Wilkerson to put Indiana back in front with 4:49 to go. This may very well come down to free throws. That's good, and Indiana leads at 61-60. 4:49 remaining. Here comes the crowd. Martinelli brings it up for the Wildcats. Gets a screen from Page. They switch. Alexis takes Martinelli, feeds Page. Works on DeVries, shoots a jump hook, no good. And the rebound loose on the floor, and it trickles out to Wilkerson. Indiana the ball up 1, 4:23 to go. Looks for DeVries, high lob, deflected by Shervino, but back to Wilkerson for 3. No good, West the rebound.
Slow it down. Cats got to get a good shot here.
That's with the ball down 1, 4:09 to go. Here is West. Played by Enright, high on the left, gets a screen from Martinelli, feeds it to Nick, foul line extended. Shot clock at 10. Martinelli against Enright on the baseline. Underneath, can't get a shot up after Shervino, 3, air ball, rebounded by Wilkerson. Here's Enright to Dorn, wide right. And back to Wilkerson, 3:40 to go. Wilkerson weaves his way down the lane. Shot blocked by Singleton, out of bounds.
And credit Arrington Page coming over and diverting the direct path to the basket, allowing Singleton to come from behind for the block.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team at conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the Sirius XM app. Listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com. It's Indiana 61, Northwestern 60, 3:37 remaining. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey, Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action in our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
It's Bob Surratt, weekdays with the Morning Crew, 6 till 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
The Libin Mouth Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libin has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libin.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. 61-60 Indiana, 3:37 to go. The Hoosiers have missed 9 consecutive shots, and Lamar Wilkerson, who was so good in the first half, 5 for 8 shooting, is 0 for 7 in the second half, including 0 for 3 from beyond the arc since halftime. Is that right? I'm sorry. That is, let's see. Yeah, I believe that is right. 0 for 3 from 3, but 0 for 7 overall, and the Cats have kept Indiana within their sights, Billy, and now they're within a point with 3:37 to go.
Yeah, Dave, we used to call that back in the day the London Bridge defense. You take the key and you lock him up, and that's what the Cats have done, making those adjustments defensively, coming out, not being discouraged by the hot shooting of the Hoosiers in the first half, and right now a 1-point ball game. Indiana has possession, and it's going to be a fight down to the wire.
18 on the shot clock. Baseline left for the Hoosiers after the block out of bounds by Trey Singleton. Enright to trigger. High lob to Alexis, hands it back to Enright, circles to the top, feeds Wilkerson, drives, jump stop in the lane, throws it to Alexis. Out to Wilkerson, left side 3, no good. Rebound, Chiaravino. 3:24 to go. They've missed 10 straight shots.
Dave, I think you must have put a little voodoo on Wilkerson.
Whatever works, whatever it takes. Here's Page. Feeds it to Martinelli, off of him and taken the other way. Wilkerson, 2-on-1, the lob. He threw it past Alexis, and West has it. They turn it back over to the Wildcats. West finds Page on the low block. Out to Martinelli, 3, good! And the Cats take a 2-point lead with 2:53 to go.
Well, Page atones for the turnover, hustles back.
First three-pointer for Martinelli, 63-61. Cats lead, 2:43 to go. Now Dorda 3, that's no good. Chiaravino, another rebound.
Climbing the ladder, and you can feel the momentum shifting to the Cats. Now they've got to be efficient here in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
11 straight misses for Indiana. There's West to the right side. Finds Martinelli at the top. Back to Jake. Shot clock at 10. 2:20 for the game. West to Martinelli. Right baseline. Leans in. Fires. It was blocked. Deflected out by Indiana. It'll be Northwestern ball with 4 on the shot clock.
Wow. Refs were really generous there because it looked like there could have been a foul called out Enright as there was some contact between Martinelli and Enright right under the basket.
All right, West will trigger. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if the Cats are going to take they are going to take a look, I believe. They're going to go to the monitor to check the timing on this. And this close shave instant replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value.
Dave, great decision by the Cats, because with 4 seconds left, it gives them a time to go into the huddle and come up with a quick hitting play with 4 seconds on the shot clock, should that stand.
Wildcats leading by 2, 63-61. Looking for their second Big Ten road win of the year and their first back-to-back Big Ten wins. The Wildcats have out-rebounded the Hoosiers by 10, 31-21.
You know, Dave, as I was looking at the stats prior to the ball game and last night, I saw that was an area where Indiana, with their record, they've been out-rebounded for the year, and the Cats turning the tables, they're hitting the glass. How about that last rebound by Cherubino?
Angelo Cherubino, 9 points, 5 rebounds tonight. Singleton's got 7 rebounds. Martinelli's got 5. Of course, Page has 5. Cats have 8 turnovers in the game, and they have outscored Indiana in points from turnovers, which was also an area which was a problem in the first half.
Yeah, Dave, if I'm correct, the Cats might have had 5 or 6 turnovers in the second half, so they've done a much better job of taking care of the ball. Again, making those adjustments at halftime, and this team showing some maturity, not falling apart and hanging in there, and as a result, they've fought back and now have a 2-point lead, 63-61.
All right, so let's see. The game clock shows 2:14. Shot clock. They're going to go to a full shot clock here.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Huge break for the Cats there. Now let's see if they can capitalize.
Ideally, work some clock and get some points at the end of it.
Yes, much to the chagrin of the Indiana fans.
All right, West will inbound. West looking, gets it to Singleton on the right. And now Cherubino fires it left to West out of the logo with Enright poking at the ball. Martinelli a screen, and now Martinelli gets it from West. Carried off Enright, shot clock at 3. West a 3, no good. And the rebound, Singleton. This is going to be a tie-up.
Oh, man, it looked like Singleton was tackled, but I believe it's the possession arrow.
Possession arrow to the Wildcats.
Yeah, great hustle by Trey Singleton. Looked like one of the linebackers of the Indiana football team tackling Singleton.
And they're pretty good. West will inbound the ball. Heaves it to Page beyond the three-point line. Page jab step. Now working on Alexis. Pulls it back out. 1:46 to go. Now Martinelli will put up a jumper. Good for the left over DeVries. And the Cats lead by 4, 65-61, 2-possession game, 1:37 to go.
Martinelli keeping the game simple. DeVries hands down, just shoots over him.
Martinelli adding to another big game. Here's DeVries, thought about the 3, goes to Wilkerson. Down the lane, a foul called. That'll be the 7th team foul on the Wildcats. Oh, Martinelli tonight, 26 points, 19 in the second half. The foul, the 7th team foul, 3rd on Cherubino.
Well, you make Wilkerson on these free throws, even though he's an 88% free throw shooter for the year.
He's 2 for 2 in the game. 1:23 showing on the clock. 65-61 Northwestern. Free throw good, so he'll have another.
What a second half the Cats have had, Dave.
65-62. This one to make it a two-point game. He does. 65-63 Northwestern. 1:23 to go. 18 for Wilkerson. West brings it up. Looking over at the sideline. Northwestern's got 2 timeouts left. 1:12 showing on the clock. West, middle of the floor. West feeds Martinelli. 12 to shoot. Nick turns to his right. Jumper. Good on the right baseline. He does it again. 67-63. Final minute. Cats by 4. What a night for Martinelli. 28 points. And a timeout taken by Indiana with 48.2 on the clock.
Nick Martinelli, everybody's All-American, coming up with another fantastic play with this smoke from the cigarette fadeaway jump shot on the right baseline, right in front of the Cats bench.
10 seconds right now for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Indiana's only scored 21 points in the
67-63, Northwestern, 48.2 remaining. Cats have outscored the Hoosiers in the second half, 34-21.
How about that, Dave? And we were talking about Indiana was averaging about 80 points per game, almost halfway there, more than halfway there at the half. The Cats have held them to 21 points. Their defense has been smothered.
Yeah, held them to half the points they scored in the first half. Right. Indiana ball will take it out. Hey, it's side out. DeVries to trigger. 48.2 on the clock. 19 on the shot clock as Enright receives it. Now Sharvino takes Enright on the switch. Enright feeds it to Wilkerson. Bounces inside to Alexis. Alexis back out. Here's Conaway driving in. His shot off the glass and in with 31 seconds to go. 67-65. Backcourt pressure here by Indiana. Martinelli gets it from Page, hustles it into the front court. 24 seconds to go. Now Cats turn it over. DeVries the steal. Off to Wilkerson. In the lane. Shot up. No good. The dunk no good, but a foul called as Alexis had the follow. 16 seconds to go.
Boy, an unfortunate turnover there by Martinelli. Again, being strong with the basketball. Indiana poking away, but
DeVries the steal. 16.1 showing on the clock. And Alexis went up high for the dunk. He's still down.
And
they're going to go to the monitor on this for a potential flagrant.
Dave, from this vantage point, as we were looking at the replay on the screen, it didn't look like there was a Northwestern player that made any contact.
Now, it looked like he just missed the dunk. Foul was called on Singleton. That would be his third. Cats lead it 67-65. 16.1 showing on the clock.
At the review is a common foul.
So, yeah, it didn't look like there was any contact.
So Alexis will be at the free throw line for two shots to try to tie the game with 16.1 to go. Alexis, 76% free throw shooter.
Alexis to the line to shoot two.
First free throw attempt here for Alexis to get Indiana within one. And he makes it 67-66. This one to tie the game. The Wildcats will have the opportunity to hold for the final shot.
Plenty of time left to get a good shot.
This for the tie. Free throw. No good. And the rebound in a crowd. Jake West, and he's fouled with 14.5.
Jake West doing what you're supposed to do as a guard at the free throw line is block out the player that is shooting the free throw. Ball bounces right to him. Cats have an opportunity to make a couple free throws and go up by three.
Eighth team foul on Indiana, the third on Alexis. It's a 1-and-1 here for Jake West. They're trying to extend this lead with 14.5 remaining. Free throw up and good. 68-66.
Jake West, cooler than the summer breeze.
This to give the Cats a 3-point lead with 14.5 to go. And a timeout is taken. Gary DeVries going to freeze the shooter here with 14.5. And also diagram of play with 14.5 remaining and his team down by 2.
Also gives the Cats an opportunity to talk about defense after Jake West makes these free throws. And one of the things that they've done successfully in the second half, and they have run the Indiana shooters off that 3-point line. And they've got to do that. They can't allow a three if they're up by 3, or should Jake West miss this free throw?
Indiana has shot 29% in the second half, 7 of 24. The Hoosiers have missed 12 of their last 13 field goal attempts. It's a 2-point Northwestern lead, and Jake West has one more free throw attempt coming here with 14.5 seconds remaining in regulation time.
Again, Dave, the Cats just allowing 24 points in the second half. That has been incredibly impressive how good their defense has been after making the necessary adjustments at the half.
For the Wildcats, Page, Singleton, Cheravino, Martinelli, and West. And if Jake misses this, it would behoove them to get the rebound. Alexis, DeVries, Wilkerson, Connerway out there, and Dorn for the Hoosiers. 14.5 to go. Jake West for a 3-point lead for the Wildcats. The free throw is good. 69-66, Northwestern, 14.5 remaining. And now the Wildcats take a timeout with 14 seconds to go.
And I'm sure Chris Collins is talking about and watching him motioning, hands up, run him off the 3-point line. Let's make one more great defensive stand here, and this game is ours.
You know, as much as this team has struggled this season, Billy, a lot of learning experiences. Would have been easy for them to wave the white flag a few games ago. I mean, it's no secret, it's no surprise. They haven't done that. But this was a tough situation, down by 13 in the first half, getting outshot from deep, and they fought their way back. And now, can they survive another 14.5 seconds here?
And what these players have to understand is how much respect people have for them as watching them play and not giving up, not quitting.
All right, DeVries will inbound it down to our right. 14.5 on the clock. Cheravino, Singleton, Page, West, and Martinelli out there. It goes to Connerway. 13, 12, 11. Connerway driving all the way to the basket. Goes up, lays it in with two hands with 8.4 to go. 69-68. 8.4 remaining. Martinelli to throw it in. And a foul call. Connerway knocks down West, who will go to the free throw line at the other end with 8.4 remaining.
Boy, that was a little too quick for that score.
Yeah.
However, this is something that the Cats talked about in shoot-around this morning, Dave. Getting the ball inbounds and creating space, not being at the free throw line, but running into the pass so that the defense had to cover more ground and potentially foul. And that's exactly what happened. Jake West.
Connerway's fourth foul. 19th foul, another 1-and-1 here for Jake. A lot of conversation going on here.
It's almost like the Harlem Globetrotters guys changing sides of the lane.
Northwestern has a 1-point lead, 69-68. Here's Enright checking in for Connerway. Jake West a 1-and-1. 8.4 remaining.
This is what you practice all summer in your driveway, Dave, or in your practice facility. Game time situations, making free throws when they count.
There we go. Free throw by West is good. Cold-blooded. Another one coming here to make it a 3-point lead with 8.4 remaining.
West with 14 points on the evening.
He's been terrific. 15 make that. Second free throw, good. 71-68 Northwestern, 8.4 to go. And right to inbound it for Indiana. Heaves it towards midcourt. The catch, Wilkerson. Wilkerson hands it off. DeVries, shot no good. Rebound, Page. 1 point. I think a foul called, or did he step out?
DeVries trying to draw the foul, double pumps the 3-point line.
I think he stepped on the sideline, did he not? Or did he?
Whatever he did.
It was a foul on Dorn. A foul on Dorn. You can hear the reaction. And Page will go to the free throw line with 1.1. He's got 2 shots here, double bonus. Free throw, good. 72-68. That ought to do it.
Yeah. I hear Teddy Pendergrass in the background saying, turn off the lights.
And another one here for Page, and it is good, no good. And the rebound out of bounds. 1.1 on the clock. Northwestern by 4. Fans are clearly unhappy here in Bloomington. Indiana will inbound. Wilkerson throws it in. DeVries leads in 3 up, no good. That's the ball game. And the Wildcats come into the Simon Scott Assembly Hall, and they beat the Hoosiers for the 6th consecutive time. For the first time in the history of the series, and they beat them here in Bloomington for the 4th straight time. And the Wildcats have won back-to-back Big Ten games for the first time this season in comeback fashion tonight, 72-68 over the Indiana Hoosiers. We'll hope to grab a player here. The 2 teams shaking hands right now, but what a win for the Wildcats here tonight, Billy.
And they did it with their defense, Dave. Again, coming into the second half, they only allowed 20